Hi, everyone. Welcome to Travel Week webinars. My name is Devin Kanad. I'm here today. We are going to have a very exciting webinar all about India. India is one of the most fabulous destinations out there, and Explore India Journeys is here to tell us all about that exciting destination. We actually do have very, very good prizes today, but you have to stay all the way to the end to qualify for them. There's a Q&A box, so please, we want to make this interactive at the end. So type all your questions in there, and then we'll read them at the end, and we'll get all the answers you need. The chat box we are not using unless you have any technical difficulties. And other than that, we are ready to get started to learn about India. So I'm here to introduce Nazir Karnai, the president of Explore India Journeys. Hi, thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you, Devin. Thank you for having me today with you and Z. I really appreciate it. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking.
Okay, go ahead. Show us about India. Show us all the magic.
So what we will do is we'll discover the magic that is India. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Nazir Karnai, President of Explore India Journeys. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each of you for joining me on this amazing webinar today. Today, we're going to talk about amazing things to do and see in India. In this webinar, we're going to learn about the best places to visit and how to effectively plan authentic experiences for your clients that go beyond the guidebooks and behind the scenes into the heart of the country. But at the same time, as we are all aware that it's not safe to travel at this time, we're still in a pandemic mode, but we're being very optimistic and planning for future, and hopefully things will change and we all can fulfill our travel dreams and travel again. So today we're going to have introduction here in this webinar, Explore India Today, our clientele, amazing India experiences, popular itineraries, benefits of having your clients travel with us, giving back to the community, booking your clients, and we'll have questions and answers and contest winners. Well, so we're going to start with Namaste. So this is what, when you arrive in India, when you're in India, everybody's going to go, as you have heard the phrase Namaste. Well, what Namaste is, it's a greeting that means hello. And it really means I bow to you. You place your hands together at heart, close to you, close your eyes and bow. This is a kind of respect you're giving to another person, which is amazing. So we're going to be talking about our roots. How did we came into the picture of a tourism business, really? Now, my journey to Canada and our journey that started with my great-grandfather, who started showing India, specifically Kashmir, to the world in 1925 at the age of 17 with a 2-bedroom houseboat that was located in Srinagar in the northern Himalayas. He, in fact, laid the foundation of my family's travel and tourism business that even continues today. At that time, the houseboats catered primarily to the English tourist, or you can say high-ranking officers who preferred summer stays in Kashmir because of the cool temperature weather. And it also was a summer capital of India. So when it was getting soaring hot, 45 degrees, rest of the country, and people would travel to Kashmir. In 1927, my great-grandfather got married. They spent 12 Canadian dollars for the wedding, and more than 400 people were invited. And later, this business went on. They started getting, so many referrals. And during those days, they would get telegrams, because there were no phone calls available. So telegrams would come from different parts of the world, and then they would, they would go today we go to the airport suited, booted, and we pick up people, show their name, flight card, and we pick them and all. During those days, they would go to the border side. And then, even my grandfather, when he was born, he got involved in the business, and they used to go to the borders, which was about 100, 150 kilometers away, pick up the people, because we in India, Kashmir was connected through a Silk Road. So people will travel overland through Central Asia, then they will cross into Kashmir, and they would go and pick them up. And there were no indication of when exactly they will arrive. It will be maybe, tomorrow, next day, and they would sometimes spend like a week waiting for them to come into the border. And so they will pick them up and they will serve them and show them Kashmir on the houseboats and take them around. So I can say that even today, that my grandfather, then my father, even today, me and my brothers are in the same tourism business, and our deep roots and connection with India is extraordinary. Anyone visited Kashmir wanted to stay on a houseboat during those days. And how did it came into the picture? Why there were houseboats in Kashmir? Well, no one was allowed to buy a piece of land in Kashmir because there was a strict rule from the Maharaja, a king. But British circumvented this regulation, and they started living on these beautiful lakes of Kashmir. And after so much of hard work, this went on to the next level, the tourism business that my great-grandfather started. And I personally could not have asked for a better education, how to serve a guest better. Even today, we follow the footsteps of my ancestors, including my father. So that is something that I cherish over, each and every day, that how, fortunate I am that how did I learn about this tourism business of India? Now, my journey from Kashmir, India to Canada. So this is my family here. I'm blessed living in beautiful Vancouver with my 2 children. My wife and I, we share a common passion of India. I took forward the journey, helping people explore India, that my great-grandfather started back in 1925. And now how did I really came to Canada? Because I met my wife, literally ended up meeting her on the roadside curb on a busy street of New Delhi. And she happened to be Canadian. So literally changed my life, and I'm blessed to be having blessings from the both world, Canada as well as India. So we're going to talk about our guests. So from all across Canada, since the start in 2011, we operate anywhere between 50 to 60 guaranteed small group departures to India. And in each of the group, we have between 15 to 18 people. And then in addition, we operate more than 100 people, 150 with private custom tours that are between 2 to 8 people in each tour. And the demographic of these people, are over 55. They're mostly couples and singles, and from different parts of Canada. We do provide 24/7 support throughout these tours because we believe as a family in a very high quality services with complete personal attention to each aspect of the journey, because our entire team, including operational staff, guides, and drivers, are handpicked. Primarily, they focus on personalized services. And all members of the team enjoy first-hand knowledge of the destination they handle. Thus, we ensure you that there are no bad surprises, only good surprises. In addition, our tours are accompanied every step of the way by highly trained tour directors. One tour director can make it, one can break it. The reason we stress Indian highly qualified tour directors because of the advantage of being escorted by someone deeply knowledgeable about the land and its customs, dialects, lesser visited wonders, including unique encounters with local people that our guides have known for years. Interacting with local people to provide one of those authentic experiences are the best and ensuring that your guests have a great time and great experience. Now, there are different types of people. Some people prefer group travel. Some people prefer, individual travel, a couple. They just want to, start their morning the way they want. So we also specialize in custom private tours based on your client needs. The amount of time they want to spend in India, the places they're interested, the type of accommodation they prefer. We provide everything possible and out of the box experiences to each and every guest on these private custom made tours. And in addition, we also provide, it's an example, we also provide SIM cards to each and every guest, like mobile phone cards, including the mobile phone, so that our staff can keep in touch with them throughout the journey, checking, making sure that they're having a great experience. You see, sense of security far from home is priceless. And especially in India, you have to have someone that is knowledgeable deeply about each and every aspect of the client's journey. Now we're going to be talking about the culture. Now, India, as you all know, that it's a cultural paradise. And there are so many religions, festivals, gods, amazing Indian weddings. It's a very diverse country with more than 1.3 billion people. Different regions of India have their own cultures, languages, religions, the presentation of food, and arts are some of the various aspects of the Indian culture. There are countless festivals celebrated in India, and among the most famous are Holi, Festival of Colors. It's an ancient festival. It is celebrated as a way to welcome the spring, or a Diwali festival. It's a festival of lights, celebrated throughout the country by millions of Hindus, Sikhs, and Jains across the world. This is a significance of New Year, and when they worship goddess Lakshmi, which is a goddess of wealth. We always celebrate these amazing festivals with our guests whenever they are in India during that time with us. And, we provide, kurtas, these, little outfits for them so that, they can enjoy the festival, be part of the culture. And these are some of the great experiences and then we also, we also interact. Our guests also get an opportunity to participate in some of the most amazing religious activities, especially in Varanasi. As I said, to come a little bit closer to culture. Now, this is all possible because the connection that we have, to bring a guest too close to the culture. And how can you do that? You have to be knowledgeable in order to do that. You need to know people. You need to have internal connection in order to do all these things that are possible. Now, this is a place, Varanasi. Now, the religious capital of India, and the history goes beyond 5,000 years. It is a place where life and death comes together, and is equally celebrated by Hindus, devotees on the banks of the Ganges, a cremation site, bells from 1,000 temples, morning prayers, doing a ritual in the morning, the bathing ceremony. This is going to take your client into another world. And I guarantee you there's nothing like this anywhere in the world, no matter what country it is. I've not traveled the whole world, but I've seen enough of the world that I came across that I could not see an experience like Varanasi. Now, I could recommend this destination over Taj Mahal because everybody knows about Taj Mahal. But when it comes to the culture, this is going to stay with you, this experience, and you'll never forget, like your clients will never forget this experience. And this is one of the most incredible places in India, of course. We have had a pleasure of including some of these wedding ceremonies and participation in Bollywood movies, on all of our handcrafted small group tours. And these are very unique experiences that no one can deliver. Even though, I've had a pleasure to accompany, Some of the incentive tours were between 100 to 150, where we chartered the planes, and where like really, really grand. Like if you have any conferences that you want to participate, that you want to do it in India, it's absolutely possible. Not only the conference, we will think out of the box. We'll come with different ideas, and that is going to be a wow factor for your guest, for your client. And then these are small things like mehndi in India. Mehndi, it's actually henna, that what they call it in India mehndi, but it is, here we call it henna. It is actually a symbol of good luck. In Indian wedding tradition, they call it mehndi, mehndi ceremony, and that happens a night before the wedding. And this is a way of wishing the bride good health, prosperity, good luck, and as she makes her new journey, journey on her new marriage. And these are some of the activities that it's not much. It's only few dollars. It's really not much. But to give this kind of interaction, somebody putting a mehndi on your guest, this few dollars are going to take it very long, because you're doing something for your guest, and it's really no big effort. It's like, so easy. But for that, you need planning. Planning makes everything perfect. So as you know, that we have countless temples and forts in India, throughout, from north to south, east to west. And India is home to the finest architectural heritage. Like, it has got everything. There are temples that are more than 1,000 years old, from north to south, east to west, and your clients will be mesmerized by these amazing temples. There's so many different types of caste system in India. Now, each religion, caste system, I'm saying because Hinduism, there are many different caste systems. So each religion has their own way of worshiping the god. So one temple you will see in India, your client, it doesn't mean that this is the temple all of the Hindus will go. No, that may be for Sikhs, that may be for Jains, that may be for, for other purpose. So each and every temple has got its own way of worshiping, the way people worship in the country. And so these are amazing carved temples. And, as I said, they are centuries old. These are some of the greatest experiences the guest can have, interacting with a priest and, doing all those kind of activities. Then we have some great forts, centuries old forts in India. Now, some of these forts have reformed into the luxury palace hotels. For example, Umaid Bhavan Palace in Jodhpur, or Taj Falaknuma. These were like sorry, not the Taj Falaknuma, but Jodhpur. These the palace hotels, they have reformed into the palace luxury hotels in many different parts of the country, which is just amazing. Then we have colonial India. While British ruled in India for so many years, as we all know, and India have had a great influence on colonial architecture since the British Raj, and they all enjoy these amazing buildings that were built by British, from Kolkata, that was the first capital of India, to the former to the new capital, Delhi, that was shifted back then. So India Gate, President House, and all these were all built by the roundabouts. So they appreciate. So you got everything from colonial architecture to Hindu temples to palaces and forts, got everything. Then nature. Well, we're big on nature in India. Nature and adventure. There is everything that is available to you and your guest whenever it comes to nature and adventure. We have everything from breathtaking mountains in the Himalayas in the northern India, to the southern India backwater cruise, or whether it be neighboring countries of Nepal, where your guests can fly over the Mount Everest on a private plane, or it could be a plane that we can charter for your upcoming groups in the future, that they will have one of the greatest experience. We are also big on wildlife in India. Now, wildlife is huge in the country from north to south, east to west. We have, some of the national parks that were named into the Jungle Book, like Pench, Kanha, Bandhavgarh National Park, or Sundarbans, where you do the wildlife safari by boat. Kaziranga National Park, with some great resorts to stay there, like Diplu Lodge, where Diplu Lodge, that's where Prince Charles spent his 65th birthday, where your clients can see the single horned rhinos. So really, really great experiences, or whether it be the second largest desert in India, the camel safari, the camping in the desert, overnight stays and all, or the backwaters of Kerala, which some top magazines in North America rated this experience one of the best, top-notch experience, the 50th best experience in the world. And this is called the Coconut Country, God's own country. In Kerala, literacy rate, if we talk about here, 97%, which is more than anywhere else in India. Pristine, beautiful, crystal clear lakes, amazing people, incredible cuisine, very different, like incredible experience. This is a tropical destination, of course. Culinary delights, like who doesn't know food of India? Like almost everyone knows culinary of India, like amazing. Now, in each region of India, they have their own delicacies, varieties of food. From northern India, vasavan in Kashmir, or masala dosas in Kerala. Now, northern Indian food is totally different because the presentation of food in the northern India is totally different. The South India is different because South Indian food is cooked more on coconut oil. In North India, they use more purified ghee and all. And so it's different, it's more thick. But the presentation of the food, it also has to do something with Central Asia, the recipes they use, Uzbekistan and close neighboring countries. So the food varies from region to region. Now, famous butter chicken. Now, yeah, people wonder, where did it come from? Well, it was developed in 1947 by founder at one of the restaurants in Old Delhi, the butter chicken. And the dish was made by a chance. They just mixed the leftover chicken in a tomato gravy, rich in butter and cream. Then in 1974, a recipe was published, and they call it murg makhani, which is like butter chicken, really. Murg in Indian means chicken, and makhani means, butter chicken. That's what they call it in India. So tandoori chicken cooked in a butter and tomato sauce. Now, of course, you can enjoy it anywhere in the world. It is available, even at your doorsteps, so everywhere. We also provide some great authentic culinary experience to the guests, or we can do culinary tours exclusively for your guests. Whatever, everything is possible, including some, when we do these culinary experiences, we include shoppings for ingredients. A member of the household, the family will take you to the market to buy ingredients for the cooking. Then you will interact with the family, have that, great experience, knowing the family, knowing how people live in that part of the world, and enjoy cooking. And, that's something really great. Now, masala dosa, it is a South Indian dish. It's like a South Indian crepe with different fillings and chutneys. It could be from vegetables to meat or chicken or paneer, which is called the cottage cheese. That's something really great. Well, India, there are a lot of vegetarians. About 25% of the Indian population is vegetarian. And you will find vegetarian dishes throughout the country. And, there are a lot of people, when they decide to travel to India, I always hear that, I was told not to eat meat in India or something like that. Oh, yeah, absolutely no problem. But there are so many Indian dishes available. Absolutely no problem. This is incredible. Health and wellness. Well, massage. Who doesn't like massage? Who doesn't like to take care of their health? India is big on health and wellness. If you talk about health and wellness, Ayurveda, it's an alternative medicine system with historical roots in the Indian subcontinent, which is mostly in the southern part of India, in Kerala region. So which is very big. Now, one of your clients that wants to do some Ayurveda treatment, we have had previously some people, they've had some knee issues, and, we can arrange some resorts for them to stay. There are Ayurveda doctors. And as I said, this is big these days. Like, they prefer to go and spend a holiday as well as at the same time they enjoy, fixing fixing their small issues, problems with knees and all. So massages and different types of massages that possible, at the same time on the tours, whatever your guest is, all they need to do is consult with the tour director, and he will fix a timing, and they can enjoy the massage at their leisure time. Yoga, which started in India, which is incredible experience. It started in the foothills of the Himalayas in around 19, not 19, that's when the Beatles were in Rishikesh in the foothills of Himalayas. But India is the birthplace for the yoga, and it was invented in Rishikesh, and Beatles were in Rishikesh in 1979. This is a very famous place in the foothills with the Ganges flowing and then running towards Varanasi. Popular itineraries. So we have some great itineraries here, and this is one of our top selling impressions of India tour. Tour membership limited between 6 to 20 people and guaranteed departure 100%. It has never been even one day that we had to cancel a departure for the guest. We're always, in some cases sold out. So this is a 15-day and 13-night tour, which starts at $49.99, including air plus the taxes from Toronto. Now, airfare is included from Toronto and Vancouver. Now, we only use Air Canada Direct, Boeing 787 Dreamliner, Toronto, Delhi, or Vancouver, Delhi. We can add connections from other cities in Canada for an additional of $100 to $200, depending where your guest is residing. Now, why this tour is so famous? Why is so popular? Well, this is popular because on this tour, your guest is going to experience each day a different variation. Now, Delhi, when they explore Delhi, Delhi is divided into two parts. Now, Delhi and New Delhi, you might have heard this all the time. What is New Delhi and what is Delhi? Well, Delhi is Old Delhi. That was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, who built the Taj Mahal. And it used to be a trading center during that time. And New Delhi that was built by British. The imposing colonial, the imposing buildings, the architecture, the roundabouts. So that is called New Delhi. That's basically what it is. So your guest's going to be discovering both Old Delhi and New Delhi. The distance is only about 15 to 20-minute drive with the traffic and all. But then you have Jaipur, which is completely different. Then Ranthambore National Park, which is totally different than Taj Mahal. Then you have an Indian Railway experience. Then you have Khajuraho, which is the birthplace of the Kama Sutra, right? It's a learning experience for each and every of the guests traveling to India. Finally, Varanasi, the spiritual capital of India. So this is really popular tour. It's got everything, on our tours, we have almost all meals included. If not, breakfast and dinner will be definitely included. Then we have Jewels of South India tour, which we have repeated clients that are traveling back to India for the second time. Why? Because they've seen the north and this is what they want to do. Now, distance, as I said, it is totally different. India has got 23 official languages, and it is totally different between north to south, the language, presentation, food, everything. North and south. So they want to go, start the trip in south. So this tour starts in Chennai, in olden days called Madras, travels to Mahabalipuram, great temples, Pondicherry, the French settlement of India, and then Tanjore, Chettinad, the food capital of South India, Madurai temples, and other activities, Munnar, the tea plantation, Periyar, the spice plantation, then finally Alapi backwaters in the southern, and Dur ends in Cochin with great experience there. So this is another really popular itinerary that we have. Starts only $54.99 Canadian with air plus taxes. And as I said, air included from Toronto and Vancouver. Then this is something out of the box, and that I can challenge each and every one of you that no one can come up with a program as such as Journey of the Senses. Now, why we cannot do this because we have some of the experiences that are out of the box. Now, for example, we have an experience at the Taj Mahal, only 300 meters away from Taj Mahal. Your guest will be with a glass of champagne, red carpet experience overlooking the Taj Mahal and having one of that experience that they will cherish over the lifetime. Not possible with anyone. So this is something really great. And the accommodation here, it's throughout the tour. It's like Taj hotels, great experiences, and these are some of the experiences are very private. It's very exclusive to the guest. So there are no other people and other clients will not have access to some of the activities that we're doing on this trip. Starts at $89.99 with air plus taxes, air included. And the trip starts in Delhi. It covers a good portion of India for somebody traveling for the first time. Starts in Delhi, travels to Varanasi, Agra, Ranthambore National Park, Jaipur, Jodhpur, Udaipur, and the trip ends in Mumbai. And then we have another itinerary, Royal India Adventure, which is another amazing itinerary that discovers more south and north and south. Somebody wants to travel there for a couple of weeks and do it at once. That would be something that they want to think about. But we will of course be more than happy to help you with any questions on itineraries, or if you want to come up with some, if you have any other ideas, we'll be more than happy to work with you and send you some great programs for your clients. Accommodation now. So the level of accommodation, our starting accommodation in India that we use is entry level 5 stars. So entry level 5 stars are, some of you have previously maybe used Trident hotels. Those are entry level 5 stars. They're owned by Oberoi Group, but those are entry level 5 stars. We use Trident hotels. We use, Taj, Ganges, for example, in Varanasi, or for example, some heritage hotels. Yet we can call them entry level 5-star hotels. But then at the same time, what we can do is we can always go into the extraordinary luxury, for example. Then we have places like the Taj Lake Palace. If you really want to make the trip of a memory, a trip of a lifetime, you must try a super luxury, Taj Lake Palace, for example, in Udaipur. And your clients will be totally mesmerized. This place is more than 270 years old. This palace is where James Bond movie was shot in 1982 called Octopussy. I'm not sure if you've seen it. And the reason we can, incorporate these kind of accommodations on your next tours is because we can take the leverage of amazing rates, because our relationship with Taj and Oberoi Hotels is second to none. We know personally from the bell desk to the presidents. We know each and every member by name. So rest assured, the room assignments and all of those things, that will be taken care of. Now, some even higher end accommodation, for example, the Rambagh Palace, that was built in 1835. I mean, they have had many royal transitions, from homes to Queen's Royal Palace to Royal Guest House. Then from there, it was restored as a grand luxury hotel. But most of these have been leased by the Taj Group of hotels, and they are running it from 25 to 30 years. Some has been, operating for, 40 years and 50 years now. Another gem, for example, Taj Mahal Palace in Mumbai. It is the landmark of Mumbai. And this was the first Indian chain hotel that was incorporated in 1903, and then it was called Bombay. And in addition to these famous hotels, we do have very special collection of some very unique, very charming, hidden, I would say, some heritage, unique boutique properties, that are in countrysides and stuff that we can also incorporate on these tours. Now, when it comes to accommodation, like in each and every city, when your guest is arriving, we have a team of profile that will be waiting for your guest. They will be checking the rooms. They will be making sure that we have the room keys ready for the guest. They will be addressing the guest upon arrival, at the time of check-in, at the time of checkout. It's not the only hotels of our staff in each and every city of India, and they will be helping them with their room keys so the guest doesn't have to waste their time, or making sure that they've been given attention to so they can check in into room properly, and the programs. Now, this goes for both our private and group tours as well. For group tours, we always have a tour director traveling with them. On private tours, we have individual tour directors that are guiding them in each and every city. Then on the top of that, meet and assist, meet and greet happens everywhere in during the tour. This is another incredible property, the Taj Umaid Bhawan, the Umaid Bhawan Palace, which is, you know, a palace where 25% of the palace is where the current king is living, and 75% has been taken by the Taj hotels. It was built in 1942, only 5 years before the independence of India. And this is incredible property, one of the best you can ever stay in the entire world. It's one of the single largest residences in the world. You might have heard Nick Jones, a lot of weddings take place in this palace, like Nick Jones and other Bollywood stars have got married here. Transport. Now, what type of transport can your guest experience in India? Well, transport varies. So we have for big group tours, your guest of 18 to 20 packs on each tour. We do not travel without the washroom, period. We only use Volvo luxury coaches in India on our group tours, because having the washroom peace of mind on board the coach, it's incredible. And it is for the safety of the guest, because they don't have to worry about it. The coach consists of 43 seats, but yet we don't take maximum is 20 people on the tour, and sometimes 18. Even if we get 13 or 14 people, your guest still gets to go into this luxury Volvo coaches, because there is much more comfort. I mean, there's a lot of people go like deluxe coach and this and that. Well, deluxe coach in India, the engines are in the front. It makes quite the noise. It's very tiring, but it's not the deluxe, but people here don't know. So this is the way to do a luxury trip, that your guest is at comfort each and every day. So that is very, very important. So, you know, then we have incredible, you know, if we have 6 to 8 people or 4 to 6, then we use bigger vans, extra leg rooms we have in each and every coach. And on each and every coach, we have not only one bottle of bottled water a day, it's unlimited bottle. On the top of that, we keep well-stocked snacks during the tour, you know, hand sanitizers. Each and every time your guest gets off the coach, goes into the monument, comes back, our tour director, our bus helper has got a sanitizer. He's standing there and it's not because of this COVID right now. It has been from day one the way it is. And upon arrival as well, which I forgot to mention before, upon arrival, each and every guest is also given small bags with hand sanitizers, wet tissues, you know, tissue papers, charging plugs. Like charging plug costs really $1.50. It's no big deal, but that is planning, I would say, and that is very important. And people really, really appreciate, you know what I mean? These little things they really, really appreciate. So we're, you know, when it comes to the ground arrangements, we're on the top of this at all times. So this is a boat experience in the Lake Pichola in Udaipur, one of our group tours, enjoying their stay at the Taj Lake Palace. Now, why choose Explore India for your clients? Well, the reason is we are passionate about India. Well-connected, personalized experience, product knowledge, which we are proud of, value for money, branding your company. Well, passionate because we love India. If we didn't have passion, we wouldn't be successful, period. That simple answer. We love what we're doing. Well connected. Yes, we are well connected because we know who we're working with in India. Now, well connected, we could, you know, in special cases, we get boarding passes I can get one day before for your guests traveling. If they have a flight tomorrow from Delhi to Varanasi, and I have a group of 30 or 40 or incentive group or a group of 15 or 16, and the flight is early in the morning, I don't want to, yes, we're well connected. We can get boarding passes one day before. We can connect each and every guest throughout the country where our staff is very well connected with them and providing extraordinary care everywhere, not only in Delhi, throughout the country, including Nepal and Bhutan. Now, personalized experience, I'm a one pillar in British Columbia, Canada. Another pillar of me is my brother in New Delhi. So personalized experience, we meet the guest personally. My brother goes and meets the guest no matter what, rain or shine. He goes, addresses the guest, meets them, and gives them his card, and they feel blessed. Oh my God, Nazir's brother, the person comes and meets, and, they care about us. Even they come one day before, we still meet them. We just address them. We say, are you okay? Do you need something? That is very important, right? Product knowledge. Well, we know when we choose an accommodation, we know what the product is like. Like, I know India like the back of my hand, and I've been doing this for almost 22 years now. We do have a product knowledge. I know what accommodation is suitable for your guest and what is not. So that is really great. And that's not only knowledge, I would call it blessings. And that's a blessing. Value for money. Of course, I have great connections with the industry, the hotels that we've been using. We enjoy and leverage these amazing rates that we have. So this is for sure that your guests are going to have one of the most extraordinary experience at the best value. Now, branding your company. I mean, you see this, it says Explore India, welcome to Agra. It could be XYZ, your company says welcome to Agra. And not only in this destination, it could be throughout the tour, everywhere. XYZ, welcome to Delhi. XYZ, welcome to Bombay. XYZ, welcome to Nepal. We have done this previously. Red carpet experience, so, anywhere we have a group, small group, customized group, we can customize and we can brand your company. Absolutely no problem. Now, giving back to the community. Now, this girl you see in this photo is my daughter. She's 3.5 years old. Now, India has provided everything, that I could hope for, like everything. From moving forward, a portion of all our profits will be donated to Bal Asha Trust. This is an orphanage in Mumbai from where we adopted our beautiful girl, Azariah, in 2018. And we're so blessed to have her. And as you can see, the background picture, that's me. It's not so clear. And my son and my wife, when we went to pick her up. So we're so blessed to have her. And, as I said, all our profits will be donated to Bal Asha. It's an orphanage in Mumbai, which is incredible, which is really, really great. Now, booking with us, we'll be more than happy to have your clients travel with us. They will be treated like the member of our own family, and we'll be more than happy to have them with us on our group regular departures or private tours. Now, we do offer agency commission of 15%, and where we have a non-commissionable items, government taxes and air allowance. Those are non-commissionable items. And you can register your agency with us online or by email, or you can call us anytime, and feel free to speak to a member of Explore India team in my office, or you can personally reach out to me for more details. If you would like to be sent some brochures, we'll be more than happy to send you yearly brochures, and we can take it from there. It will be a great pleasure to work with you. I know we probably may not have worked together, but if you give us a chance, I guarantee you that you will not be disappointed with our product, because we are the true experts on India. Questions and answers we have, and so we have 5 awards of 200 Canadian dollars each, redeemable upon booking with options or offering to your clients to boost your commission. So I'll take it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's really been a pleasure for me talking to you, and I thank you very much, and we'll take it back to Devon.
Hi, thank you. That was great. That was really interesting. Agent, we don't have any questions from you yet. This is your last chance. Do you have any questions about India? Surely you do. It's such a dynamic and interesting destination. I actually had a question. What are some of the wellness options? Can you get massages? Can you get Ayurvedic treatment? What can you do?
Oh, absolutely. So now, is it a massage or is it a wellness treatment? If it's a wellness treatment, we have incredible resorts in the southern part of India in a tropical destination. That's where we can do some really great Ayurveda treatments. So these treatments are between 7 to 14 days. And now, if somebody wants to go into a severe kind of in detail, then we will have an Ayurveda doctor consult the person so that they can see what the issue is. But if it's just for like a leisure time, and then it's absolutely fine. So this can be arranged, and we have multiple options of choosing where to stay and what properties. But also keep in mind, they have to go at the right time of the year, because I forgot to mention India is a destination that you travel. You have to know the best time to travel. So September to March is the best, but South India, November, December, January, February is the best.
Okay, got it. Okay, Judy, she has a question for you. Are you offering any agent fams to India next year or maybe the year after?
We will be. We're in the process, as we're working with Air Canada very closely. I spoke to Air Canada, and they have agreed to participate in our FAM trips to India, as well as Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. They have also agreed. We're just waiting for this COVID situation to get over. So we will definitely have something in the pipeline so that we can take, all of our partners to India with us and show them the magic. And I'll be happy to accompany them on the trip as well.
Yeah, you should. Okay, Carol would like to know, are you only doing set tours or do you do FITs as well?
Oh, we do FITs as well. We'll do, as I said, we do groups. Like suppose somebody wants to go in a group tour, there's an option they can go on a group tour, or somebody would like to go on a private tour. We can customize according to the taste, whether it's 7 to 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, we can do that. Or somebody wants to do both. 2 weeks on a group tour and 1 week they want to spend on the beach and they want to do some culinary experiences or wildlife, that can be added on to the trip. So both is possible. Private tours is no problem. Customized tours, no worries.
Okay. And do you consider yourself a luxury tour operator?
We are basically boutique luxury tour operators. So as I said, if you see our reviews online, from TripAdvisor to online videos and all, every single traveler is, extraordinary. They're so happy with what we have done. And as I said, comfort level and everything all in place. So we can say we're a boutique luxury tour operator. So from boutique to luxury, we have everything. As I mentioned, according to the accommodation. Now, luxury is what? You're staying at the Taj Lake Palace Hotel. So accommodation is the luxury, really.
Yeah.
Now, when you're going to Taj Mahal and you're going on with someone, you're going on a really cheapy tour, you're going to Agra, you're going to visit the Taj Mahal. Now, if you're spending $20,000, it doesn't mean that the Taj Mahal is painted pink because somebody has paid $20,000, right? So it's only the accommodation, really. That's what it is, right? Now, as I said, I challenge anybody in this part of the world that can say that the accommodation was not good. That is never going to happen, and that has never happened, because I am very picky myself. When it comes to choosing the accommodation, I personally have been to these properties. I've sat on a bed. I have opened the tap. I want to check the shower. What is the speed? Based on those things, we really choose the accommodation. As I said, entry level 5 stars to the luxury top end. So you can say boutique luxury tour operator.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Taj, they're very nice properties, that's for sure. I've stayed in
Taj
them.
and Oberoi.
Very, very nice.
But then Taj has also different levels, right?
Oh,
The
okay.
Taj, yeah, they have Taj gateways, then Vivanta Taj, then Taj palaces and luxury. That, you know what I mean? They are breaking them into segments, right? The Oberoi has them in 2 segments: the Oberoi and then Tridents.
Okay, Carol would like to know how long you've been in business.
In Canada since 2011. Back in India, as I mentioned, we have been in the industry all of our life. My father's father, and his father, they've all been in the same business.
Yeah, okay. Long time then.
Long time, yeah.
Jeff would like to know, like, what is the nationality mix on these tours? Is it mostly Canadians? Is it mostly Americans? Who is coming with you?
Only Canadians.
Only Canadians. Okay.
At the moment, we have only Canadians from different parts of the, from Newfoundland to, Ontario or BC or Alberta, Prince Edward Island, all over Canada, all Canadians.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. There's a few more questions. How easy is it to do a tour of North India for 12 days and then head to the beach for a week?
1 week? Oh, if you have 12 days, how can you do North India? Well, North India, you can't. I mean, even if you have 6 months, you cannot complete. It's so big. So you have to choose the best places to travel. And for that, you need experts like us. So spend a week on the beach and then you remain with 5 days. Does that 12 days include the travel? I mean, if that doesn't, then I would say Taj Mahal, Varanasi, and head down to the beach, Goa or Kerala. So it is possible. It's not that it's not possible. You could do
I think they're saying 12 days in the north and then a week at the beach. That would work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely possible. No issues at all. The Pink City, Taj Mahal, Varanasi, maybe Udaipur, Delhi, Old Delhi, absolutely possible. And then head down to south to the beach.
What's the minimum amount of time you need to do that north area, like in a reasonable amount of time, so you're not super rushed?
Reasonable amount of time is about 2 weeks. If you want to do, top highlights of northern India, I would say 2 weeks is a good amount of time. Even it's doable in 12 days as well. As if we can use, some few more internal flights, it is doable. It's absolutely fine if we use a few more internal flights, like domestic flights, is no problem.
Okay, and the final question is, do you help with visas as well?
Yes, we do.
You do, okay.
Yeah. So, when somebody has a client and all we need is a copy of the passport, and my team in the office will help. They will do everything possible. And then we'll be sending the packages by FedEx to each and every agent for them to forward to the guest. Very well designed. If they're part of the group tour, there'll be really nice name tags, personalized name tags, engraved, amazing luggage tags with Taj Mahal and their names on it, the guest names on it, and not like written by pen, but like really, and getting ready to go booklet and everything, and including when we do the visas, we print the piece of paper and we insert into the package, so the guest does not have to do anything else other than going to the airport and getting on the plane. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, we have one final question from Carol. What we were talking about before, but instead of just northern India, if someone wants to get a real good look at India and see all of the main highlights of all of India, how long would you recommend?
all of the highlights of India between north, south, a little bit of east. Now there are countless highlights in India, like
Yeah.
countless, right? It really depends what does a customer wants to see. But I would say in 4 to 5 weeks, 4 to 5 to 6, up to 5 weeks, we can include Darjeeling, which is in the northeastern Himalayas, a little bit of Kolkata, a little bit of wildlife, a little bit of beach experience, a little of culinary, a little bit of North India. I would say about 4 to 5 weeks, we could complete the whole, a lot of highlights. But all of the highlights, it's not possible in like 4 to 5 weeks because
Yeah,
there
that's like
are,
that's a lifetime and you're still searching, right?
yeah.
Sandra would like to know if the Seychelles belong to India, and I believe the answer to that question is no.
No.
No? Yes, Sandra, Seychelles is a different country, a beautiful island.
Maldives, experience to the Maldives can be added on the trips. I mean, we do trips to Bhutan, we do trips to Nepal. Next year, I'm, doing full load of tour personally hosted by me to Bhutan and Nepal. Then I'm doing another one in 2022. Both are sold out. Incredible experience. We are going to do a private plane experience over the Mount Everest. And some of the experiences that people can't, out of the box experiences. And so fortunate that we're totally sold out on both of the departures. October 4, 2021, October 12, 2022. And we're on wait list on both the departures right now. And it got sold out in less than 10, 14 days, really.
Okay, so people should consider you India and beyond because you can
India and the subcontinent, I would say, India, Nepal, Bhutan. We have trips to Sri Lanka as well. Maldives, we can add on Maldives experiences. After the trip, they want to spend some relaxing time in Maldives. That's really good. But all I can say is if you really want to please your guest and give them a lifetime experiences, we are the best at what we do. And we guarantee that there will be nobody that can offer you what we can. In terms of accommodation, guides, everything is top notch. And family.
Well, why don't we leave it at that? Everything's top notch.
It's like family touch. You know what I mean? Like we don't consider ourselves. It's like a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the guest is also in India. We say Atiti Devo Bhava, which means guest is a god, and that's how each and guest is treated with us.
Yeah, your passion for the country really shines through in your
It's in my DNA, inherited.
And the images are also phenomenal. Wow.
If any of the travel agents here would like to use the images for promoting India with us, we'll be more than happy. We have tons and, hundreds and thousands clips and everything. We'll be happy to supply as well. Any material.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're getting close to the hour mark. I don't know if you have a final message for travel agents. I know we're going to be drawing the prizes, which are very, very good prizes for webinars. How many gift cards is it? 5 $200 gift cards. Wow, that's really a great prize. We'll be drawing those after the webinar and letting the agents know who won. So that's it from me. Nazir, do you want to say the final goodbye to all the agents?
Well, once again, I would like to, take this opportunity to thank each of you for listening to me. And, as I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And we'd love to have your clients travel with us to India, and including yourself when everything is, down the road, when it will be safe to travel. But in the meantime, I wish you a very happy holiday season, which is coming soon, and good luck and good wishes to you or your family. Much love and blessings. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.